Hey guys, Dakota from ProWorks Gear here. Today we're going to be talking about our Line 1 M.A.R.C.H Medical Fanny Pack. We're going to talk about its use case, the development of it, and things that we can carry in this, at least that I carry in mine. Its use case, so this was made, this is about the seventh or eighth iteration of this type of pouch, fanny pack, belt kit, whatever. I wanted a way to carry M.A.R.C.H items of the M.A.R.C.H algorithm, so mostly my massive bleeding, my airway, and my IV kits, all in one encompassing bag. I didn't want to have to pull off an aid bag or dig around throughout various pouches of my kit. I wanted it all just kind of be in one, but not be in a very big bag or just be carrying the bare minimum. I didn't want to just be carrying another IFAC. I wanted to be carrying something plussed up a little bit more than a little fanny pack, but not like a hip bag type thing. So this is pretty far down the line of where we came from. Most of the ones that I made in the past, I ended up just cutting up anyway and taking the zippers off of those. But that's just because I didn't want to spend money on more zippers. So this is the one that we're selling right now. The pre-order's closed, but it'll come out eventually. We can kind of give you a run through of the kit and go through the development of all of them. So this is mine. I carry my trauma shears on the outside. I use the Spiritus Delta Bag toggle lock for it. And then right here, I carry some tape because tape, for everything, right? And then in this front pouch, we have our pleated pouch on the fanny pack itself. So we chose to do a pleat over a flat pocket because it allowed it to expand a little more and carry bigger items and not just kind of have that bigger item take up all the space of that pouch. So in here are my cat tourniquet, some compressed gauze, rubber banded together because you're probably going to use more than one, more compressed gauze, and then a little button light. I think it's a Night Eyes light. I've actually used this a lot, mostly for kid stuff, night light or whatever, but it has come in handy. So, and I like lights. And then in the main pocket, right here, we've got just kind of my algorithm set of stuff. So more massive bleeding stuff, not a lot. Any ACE wraps that I have or pressure bandages are going to go in here. Generic pill boxes of just over-the-counter stuff, ibuprofen, Benadryl, Tums, whatever. Down here, we have my suction device. So this is just a big syringe with an NPA on it, but it works pretty well. So anybody who's done a crike or practiced a crike on like a cadaver or an animal or something, it does bleed a lot. You will need suction for it. If you don't want to carry a crike, you're not comfortable with it or you're not trained at that level, don't carry one. Then right next to that, with the crike kit, we got a straight and curved hemostats. So just kind of there. They do serve purposes, either to assist with the crike or clamping things right. And then we have the tactical crike kit. Down the line, we might be making a different one of these of the pouch itself, just because I really don't like it. It's very big. And then we have IV band, IV start kit, 2 NCDs, some gloves, a light, and then the pulse ox and some more ACE wrap. And then on the pocket on the back, it's kind of where we keep our, more fun things. This has the actual crike instruments itself, I guess tools. tube, the 6mm cuffed ET tube. You can use the Tactical Crite Kit piece itself or ET tubes, they do work. So then we have some iodine and some Tegaderm, and then 2 chest seals, and then the Finger Thor kit, which is more chest seals, a scalpel, and some hemostats. I just re-vacuum sealed it because I didn't like the North American Rescue package. So that's what I carry in mind. We can kind of go to how we got to this point and walk you through some of the ones that I still do have. So we'll start off with the very first guy of the actual fanny pack series. That would be this guy. So this is a pretty small fanny pack. It's got about 2 less inches of the actual main compartment than these guys do. This one actually has less than this one, but opening it up, we'll start with that front pocket. It's not nearly as deep as the one on either of these. And, I used to just be able to carry flat stuff in that. I carried my chest seals, NCDs, and stuff like that in it. But I quickly realized I wanted a little more space. And I had, I'm a bigger guy. I have the room on my body to be able to do that. So we kind of made our way towards that conclusion. And then opening it up, this was hastily put together, but we have the actual elastic pieces themselves, and I didn't really do very good math on it. Some of them didn't really hold anything. Like this one right here, it held some NCDs, but it was a good proof of concept. And I carried this thing around, when we went places and stuff for about a year, because I made this last February-ish. All in all, it served its purpose pretty well, just for what it was, right? Didn't carry nearly as much as these, but you get the idea. It does the job. And then we have this guy. This was, my next take on the fanny pack. It was much better than that one, but not quite where I wanted it. The front, it's pleated the same as this one. This Velcro on the bottom kind of, I don't know why, but it made the pocket not expand as much, which, we ended up changing here. We got that little bit of Velcro on the front. But opening up the pouch, it's pretty similar. It's actually almost the same as this one, just a couple minor differences. We have the double stacked elastic in this one on each side, the same, except these on this guy, you can see, are separated into quarters most of the way across. That's not quite the case on this guy. And the one down here, I ended up seam ripping some of these out just to see exactly what I wanted these to be done with. But that's the proof of concept ones, right? Like they're not going to be the best, but they do still work. And it does work very well. Then we just have the main pocket. It's pretty similar to this guy, but the one main difference, two, I guess, is the Velcro patch on the front. We shortened that a lot because we don't really need that much real estate. It's a aid fanny pack, but not an aid bag, so we don't need to have a ton of markers on it. Maybe some patches or something, but we don't need a strobe hanging off of our fanny pack unless you want to. And then we added an extra inch on this main compartment. So this was, I think, about 4 inches, if I remember correctly, off the top of my head. We made it 5 just because we wanted to be able to fit blast dressings, or if somebody wanted to put like their BVM in there, I wanted to be able to fit that stuff in there. Kind of that stuff that as people's scope of practice gets bigger, they have bigger items, and I want to be able to accommodate all that stuff in these, and I want it to kind of be a one-stop shop for it. And then we ended up at this guy, the 5-inch deep main compartment, which is great. I love it. A little bit of Velcro on the front, the elastic on the bottom, and then having that extra inch allows it to hold, I could slide a tourniquet in these if I really wanted to. And then we open it up. We removed one of the rows of elastic on the bottom, and just divided them in half, just like on the outside. You know, if you want to slide a tourniquet in here, or, you know, keep the suction device or the tactical pry kit, awesome. If you don't, you know, that's fine too. It just whatever works for you. We kind of made it. Some of these guys are pretty big. Some of them are divided down the middle, just so you can accommodate whatever you want. You know, if you want to fit a bigger blast dressing or bigger IV kits, or even stuff for blood, you know, you could probably fit all that in here, depending. But, you know, it came out pretty well, guys, and, you know, we're excited to get these out the door. But all in all, it works pretty well. And this is it. The Line 1 M.A.R.C.H Medical Fanny Pack. But thanks for supporting us, guys. You know, we really appreciate it. All the support on Instagram, you know, hopefully here on YouTube too, once we get this video up. But, you know, we appreciate the support and all the people that have tested our stuff out or just given us feedback right out the gate of what would actually be good and what wouldn't. We appreciate that because, you know, everybody has different perspectives, and that helps us make better equipment that better fits your needs. So if you have any questions, feel free to message us on Instagram or email us at proworksgear@gmail.com. I do my best to reply to people if I can, if I'm not sewing or working with a laser cutter. So yeah, go out, guys. Keep having fun. Keep saving lives. Keep doing a good job. And have a good day.